It's been well over a month since Escape from Tarkov's .13 patch graced us with its presence and graced us with all the bugs that came along with it. There were quite a few, admittedly. Didn't have the strongest of starts, did it? Let's be real. However, one of the main things is, obviously, the invisible players. It's been plaguing .13. The problem is, it isn't a new bug. This has been happening for as long as I can remember on Tarkov. It's just got so much more common, and the fact that people are able to replicate it now has become the forefront of most people's talk when they're talking about Escape from Tarkov. However, it is going to be fixed. It's official. They've mentioned it in an upcoming hotfix, which we don't know the date for yet, so bear that in mind when I say all this. They have fixed most of the causes for people becoming invisible. Still not all, but thanks to community feedback, community implementation, and testing, there has been quite a lot of ways found where people are becoming invisible, and they are going to remove those bugs. When that happens, we have no idea. If you don't know what this bug is, well, the clue is in the name. A player in the map or multiple players in the map can be invisible to one person, multiple people, or everyone in the map. There are so many variables, so many causes. One of the causes for this invisibility glitch is actually something that people replicated quite a lot when people knew how, so Battlestate have already patched that. Since this original hotfix though, we've still had tons of people complaining of invisible players, and in fact I've seen a higher influx of this across the community since this update because there's still tons of issues that cause this bug to happen. There are still a few ways that I know of that people can manipulate this to their own advantage and replicate it quite easily. However, the majority of the reasons left now are purely server miscommunications between the client and the server, for example, disconnects, lake spawns, etc., and it happens on a random occasion. Now, most people know what this bug is by now, and the clue's in the name, invisible player bug. However, there's more to it than just being invisible, for example. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it can happen that just one person thinks you're invisible and the rest of the map can see you. It can happen that just your teammates that you're invisible to and enemies can see you. It can happen that your teammates can see you and enemies can't. It can happen that the whole map in general cannot see you, and it very much varies and it is completely random what happens. However, when you're invisible, you're also completely invulnerable. So not only can you walk around and people won't be able to see you, but you also won't be able to be hit to the people that can't see you. And I know that's saying something that may sound a little stupid, because if they can't see you, how are they going to hit you? Well, just say a grenade gets thrown in your general direction, or you're stuck at the end of a hallway and a stray bullet hits you, for example. Well, if you're invisible to them, that won't matter, because ballistics is all server side. However, movement and player position is client side in Escape from Tarkov. That's why you get the rubber banding and the, oh, my body is here, but actually it's here for someone else, etc, etc. And because I've been seeing it myself a lot more where my friends or myself is invisible to certain players or everyone, I decided to test this theory. For example, I went into a raid into Shoreline with a group of friends, and one of my friends that I was playing with, Scavs, he was invisible to me, but not my teammates. So I decided to test it and shoot him. And I shot him a good few times. He weren't getting hit. There was blood all over the wall for others, but not me. But he weren't getting hit at all.
Good scav.
Oh. Who opened that door?
Mate, Scavs.
Scavs, you're invisible for me, mate.
Come on!
Where are you? Where are you?
He was at the coats.
I was looking these jackets.
Stand by the coats, please.
Can you not see me?
No, you're invisible for me. Can I stand right in front of the green, the blue coat?
I'm in front of the blue coat. Oh.
Are you getting hit?
Nah.
That's landing between his legs.
Oh, yeah, between his legs. That hit him. Blood on the wall.
I don't even see the blood. Are you getting damaged?
No.
There's blood on the wall for me.
Oh, Scouts, I'm sorry, mate, if this happens, but...
He flinched.
Yeah, there's blood on the wall again.
It's awkward, isn't it?
My go.
You could get fucked.
I don't want to risk it. Fuck that.
You can also completely interact with the map still, so being invisible doesn't stop you from hitting enemy players that you can see, looting backpacks, opening doors, etc, etc. You're completely fine, to your point of view, but certain players, or everyone, will not be able to see you. That doesn't mean AI won't though, so be aware of that. There are some occasions where, I don't know whether it was a fluke or not, that I had players and Scavs not shoot at me because I was invisible for some reason. But again, Scavs being AI, you would expect them to see you, even though you're not visible. I don't know how it's working, I don't know whether that's a fluke or not, I just know that sometimes Scavs were completely harmless. Everyone was completely harmless at one point, it was a weird experience. So the question on everyone's lips, when are we going to see this hotfix actually come out to fix everyone's issues? Well, we don't know a date, I assume in the next week or so. However, pinch of salt with that, because even if they do release a hotfix, there are probably still ways out there and still things that occur that make people invisible. Like I say, it's been a bug in this game for as long as I can remember. However, hopefully it reduces the load massively and people stop seeing it as frequently, i.e. every 5th or so raid someone's invisible. One thing you can do to help though is report it to the devs. If you've got footage of yourself being invisible or raid codes or anything like that, make sure you submit it to BSG, because any little helps when resolving these issues, and everyone wants these issues resolved for the greater good, because you may think it's all well and good when you're invisible, but when you get killed by someone who's invisible, you're gonna cry and probably rage at BSG. So as a community, we can all help by listing raid numbers where one person that you've noticed has been invisible, and it can be investigated. But other than that, that's all we know. It's a thing that happens, and it's related to the server and client connections and shit like that, and there are tons of ways to replicate it, but I'm not gonna tell you, because that's bad of me as a community member. I shouldn't do that. Sorry, but it's for the greater good. Anyway, hope this video informed you a little bit, and we're getting an update soon, so hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. If this video was enjoyable or stupid in any way, then feel free to give it a like and subscribe for more Tarkov content. Love you all, and comment for the algorithm, because that always helps too. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Love you lots. Goodbye.